The following program is provided for general information only. Younger viewers should check with appropriate professionals or adults to address individual problems, permissions, and concerns.
Oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous here.
Look at it, it's so awesome.
Oh, did you guys see the surfer? He was right there. He was the cutest guy in the whole wide world.
Excuse me, ladies.
Yeah, we should.
There you go.
Oh,
And
what's
for
this?
you.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. For you. And for you.
Thank you very much.
And for you.
But we didn't order these drinks.
They ordered them for you.
I don't know. I like the one in the middle. He looks so appealing.
That one seems so healthy. Yeah, but the other one looks so smooth.
Jasmine, why don't you go over there and thank them for us?
I don't know.
Go on, get it.
Thank you guys so much for the drinks. Who are you?
Citrus, Florida citrus.
Contrary to general belief, the orange tree is not native to Florida. Early Spanish colonists from Valencia planted the first orange trees around St. Augustine, Florida in the 1500s. Grapefruit was a latecomer, arriving in Florida in the early 1800s, courtesy of the French. Today, Florida produces more oranges than any other region in the world, except Brazil, and it leads the world in grapefruit production. There are close to 150 varieties of the Florida orange alone, although you'll probably only see less than a dozen of them at your local grocers. During the 2003-2004 season, Florida harvested 77% of total U.S. citrus production. In Florida, most oranges bloom in March through April. Oranges also must meet strict minimum standards in order for it to be sold as 100% Florida orange juice. Its juice content and sugar-to-acid ratio is what determines its unparalleled flavor. And all citrus must ripen on the tree before it's picked. Of the citrus harvested, 89% is processed into juice, and the remainder is sold as fresh fruit. In addition to providing juice, processed citrus is used to make other byproducts such as oils, fragrances, flavorings, animal feed, and much more. Oranges are Florida's most important agricultural product. Other citrus fruits include grapefruits, tangerines, and tangelos. Grapefruit get their name because they grow in clusters on the tree, just like grapes. Tangerines are also called the zipper fruit because they're so easy to peel. And Florida tangelos are a hybrid, or cross, between a tangerine and a grapefruit. The name grapefruiterine was considered but deemed not catchy enough. A little bit of green on a Florida orange is perfectly natural. It's usually caused by the weather. You can feel free to bite and gobble it up. It's perfect inside the skin.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Palm, and I'm the diva of desserts. The dessert of the day is key lime pie. It's one of my favorite desserts, and it's so easy to make. And so let's get started on the crust. Now, I'm doing it in a Ziploc bag because I think it's much easier cleanup, and when you're done, all you have to do is just throw it away. Now, there are a couple ways to chop the graham crackers. You can use a blender, or you can use a rolling pin and just like crush it down, or you can use the flat side of a meat mallet and just go like that. Now you want a couple of big chunks in it, so it's kind of like crunchy for the crust. Now we're going to add our 4 tablespoons butter and our 1/4 cup sugar. Now get all the air out, zip it up, and then mix it all together. Okay, I think that's mixed up good. So we're going to pour most of it into the pie pan. And you're going to gently press it on. And now I'm just going to wipe off my hands real quick. And we're going to put our crust in here and bake it at 350 degrees for 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, now it's time for our filling. The filling is probably the easiest part. All you have is one 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk and half a cup of squeezed key lime juice. Now, the reason I'm using a wooden spoon is because if you use a regular silver spoon, like your silverware, that and the lime juice has some chemical reaction. These are what key limes look like. And then this is a Persian lime, one of those green limes that like most limeades are made out of. I'm just going to stir it until it's really mixed in well, and that should be good. And this is what it'll look like. Alrighty, our crust is ready, and now we're going to go put the filling in. Let me get my chilled mixing bowl. I've had this in with my beaters in the freezer for about an hour, and my heavy whipping cream. Okay, now we're just going to beat this, and it doesn't take long. And when we put this on, it'll be delicious. As you can see, it's starting to get thicker, and you want to beat it until it gets stiffened. And it should be done now. Okay, now we're just going to spread it on the key lime pie. Now we're just going to scrape it on here, get all the whipped cream on there. And that should be good. And then if you want, you can garnish it with 2 slices of key lime. And that's what it'll look like when it's done. Now all that's left to do is chill it. Chill it for 4 hours or overnight. Then, now the fun part, we get to eat it. I'm Lindsay Palm. Thanks for watching the show. And we'll see you next time on Diva of Desserts.
Orange juice is loaded with things that keeps your body strong day in and day out. Let's take a look at the vitamins and nutrients that drinking a glass of 100% pure Florida orange juice can give you. Vitamin C helps fight cell and tissue damage that can cause cancer and heart disease. It also helps your body fight off infections. Vitamin C-rich foods should be part of a daily diet for everyone, and because they help get the most iron out of other foods. And it's essential for healthy skin, wound, and bone healing. Folate's essential for growth and development. It plays a key role in DNA formation and cell division. Potassium is important in maintaining balance in your body's cells. It also assists in sending nerve impulses, helps your muscles contract, and releases energy from proteins, fats, and carbohydrates during metabolism. Calcium aids in bone and tooth development, blood pressure regulation, and muscle function. Thiamine helps convert food into energy your body can use and is needed by all cells and tissues. Niacin helps metabolize the food you eat into energy your body can use. Niacin is also used for DNA repair. Vitamin B6 helps your body process protein and carbohydrates in food and helps with part of your red blood cells that carry oxygen to all parts of your body. Magnesium helps your body generate energy. A study by the USDA found that in moderate exercise, people with low magnesium levels use more energy and tire more easily than people with adequate levels. Magnesium and calcium work hand in hand to maintain bone health. Phytonutrients, scientists believe these plant-derived components are involved in fighting cellular damage, a common pathway for cancer, aging, and a variety of diseases. Orange juice also contains flavonoids, a class of natural antioxidants that scientists believe may help the body in its battle against aging, allergies, infection, ulcers, heart disease, and cancer. So as you can see, orange juice is very, very good for you.
Marshmallows are nothing more than a bunch of water and sugar wrapped around air bubbles. When you take these marshmallows and heat them up in a microwave, you have a very peculiar reaction. The water heats up inside these marshmallows and pushes against the soft sides of the sugar. causing them to expand. We're going to check out this phenomenon right now. I've given you a little bit of food coloring. You're going to draw some faces or letters on your marshmallows, and then we'll plump them up. We have our experts here today to do some tests on eggs. Now, Josh, you spun your egg a few minutes ago, and tell me what happened.
Well, it went around normally, and then it just stood straight up.
And what happened to yours?
Well, it kind of started going around, but it never stood straight up. It just kept going around sideways.
And you never got it to stand up?
Nope.
Well, Josh, there's egg on her face because we tricked you. You had a different kind of egg. Your egg was soft-boiled, and the reason it wouldn't stand up on end is because the material inside kept sloshing around. You had a hard-boiled egg, and that's why it worked perfectly. Now, you tried another experiment where you spun the egg, and what happened?
Well, then I stopped it, and then it kept spinning on its own.
Why do you think that happened?
Because of the slushy stuff inside?
Yes, so you got the momentum going, and then it kept going. Now, what happens to your egg, and the reason that it stands on end, is because when it's spinning, you have kinetic energy. That's moving energy. And you reach a point where the kinetic energy turns to stored energy, potential energy, and for a split second in time, you have more potential than kinetic.
Gotta eat right, you gotta eat right, yeah. Gotta eat right, you gotta eat right. What? Gotta eat right, you gotta eat right. Boom, yeah, I had a snack attack while I was cooling on the couch, just kicking back. I needed something to eat, I needed something sweet, and with a hunger like that, fruit can't be beat. Don't get into fruit, put away the junk. Whip out some veggies and bite out a chunk and get a taste. Well, that's sweet and delicious. Food with appeal that's really nutritious. You gotta eat right, yeah. Gotta eat right, you gotta eat right.
Kids Can Cook 2 is originally produced and broadcast to serve the educational and informational needs of children in grades 7 through 12.
Hi, Josh here, and today I'm going to show you how to make orange jalapeno chicken party pinwheel. Whew, try saying that 3 times fast. Now, I got my 2 sous chefs here with me, Kirsten and Katie, and they've helped me pre-measure some of the stuff. So what we're going to do is start with the salsa for the pinwheel first. Now, basically we've got 2 tablespoons of parsley with a little pinch of seasoning salt on top. We've got 2 tablespoons of our chili. Basically, we're using an oriental chili today, but you can use any type you want, depending on how hot you like it. And that's got 2 little drops of Tabasco on top of it as well. Then we've got 2 tablespoons of our chopped green onions, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of our raspberry vinegar, and then 2 cups of pink grapefruit, but you can use any type you like, white, red, pink, just whatever you prefer. So right now we're going to mix those in a big bowl. You know what, I've got some more stuff to do, so I'm going to give this to my sous chef, Kirsten, and have her mix this up for me, so if you can take care of that. Alright, so what we're working on is a cream cheese spread to go on the inside of the pinwheel. Basically, we've got our low-fat whipped cream cheese that'll help with spreading, and then we're going to use 1 tablespoon of our jalapenos, but we've actually got Anaheim peppers here. They're not quite as hot, but you can change that depending on how hot you like it. Then we've got 2 tablespoons of our orange marmalade. And then we've got 1 tablespoon rather of our green onion and 1 tablespoon of parsley. So we're just going to mix these in one bowl real quick here. I want to get it nice and through everything. Make sure you get that orange marmalade worked back up to the top. It's a little heavy, so it likes to sit down at the bottom. Smells delicious already. And with the magic of our sous chefs over here, we've got everything prepared to do our pinwheels. So first you're going to start with a tortilla. Now you can go with the basic flour. What we've got is wheat here. But they've got all kinds at the stores now, spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, so you can just mix it up and get whatever you like, and it really adds color to the plate too. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a pretty decent-sized spoonful of your cream cheese concoction and just kind of spread it around. But you want to leave some space on the sides because we're going to have to roll this up after all. So just off to the sides there. So basically, after you get the spread on here, you're going to come over and we've got 3 things prepared. So now we're going to add a little bit of spinach, some grilled chicken, which we've grilled beforehand, but you can saute it or grill it. But if you're going to do those 2, you should probably have an adult around. But if you can't, you can always use one of those electric tabletop skillets. The easiest way would be if you have some leftover chicken from the night before, slice that up. Works perfectly. And then some freshly sliced avocado, which is very ripe. Okay, so we're just going to start with some of this spinach and just place that nicely and get a pretty even area on that. A bit more, nice little. Then take some of our chicken. You're going to want to kind of place that in a long, thin strip. You don't want it too thick because that'll be harder to cut. So then you're going to want some of this thin sliced avocado. Now, usually you want this a bit riper than normal, and that'll make it taste much better. So now, oh, oops, almost forgot the salsa. Kirsten, could you pass me the salsa, please? Thank you. So just take some of this and spread it out alongside your avocado and your chicken. Just right on. There we go. So then you're going to wrap this up, but the key to this is you want it to be very tight. Everything has a tendency to kind of push as you're going along, so gotta keep it fairly tight. Alrighty. Now you're gonna put toothpicks in along the length of it, and depending on how big your wrap is, you're gonna have to use a few more toothpicks or a few less. I think we're gonna go for about 3 on this one. That looks pretty good. Now what we're gonna do is cut off the ends because there's not much meat or anything in there. And just at a nice angle, just very gently. Don't want to push too hard because the knife will tend to drag through and the ends will break, so nicely at the end. And there you go. You can see the beautiful color inside. We got the salsa and the avocado. Looks delicious. So then, you're ready to plate. Katie, could you pass our plate, please?
Sure.
Thank you. So we're just going to plate these with the inside facing up. Just on some nice basil leaves. Beautiful colors. And voila. There you have it. So today we've made an incredible meal in just about 45 minutes, but remember, anything that you can find that's pre-cut or pre-cooked will help speed that up a lot. So, I'm Josh, and thanks for stopping in. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and today I'm here to show you how to make this awesome citrus veggie ham salad. Here to help me with the pre-prep is Natalie and Brittany. We're going to start off by making a salad dressing. The first thing you want to do is take 1 cup of orange juice, 3 tablespoons of grapefruit juice, a tablespoon of cornstarch, 1.5 teaspoons of mustard, 1/8 of a teaspoon of both onion powder and white pepper, and a tablespoon of honey. And you want to take that and put it on the stove and boil it for about 2 minutes or until it's thicker. Then what we do is you take it off the stove and you'll have a thick thing like this. And we did this earlier. After it's cooled for about 20 to 30 minutes, you want to add in 1/3 of a cup of mayonnaise. The lower fat one is better. And then you take a whisk and you can just whisk it in here. And you'll see how it changes colors to a much lighter white with a tint of yellow. And then after we're done with this, we can set this down and we'll be ready to toss our salad. You have your main salad. We used a bag because it's easy, but if you'd rather, you can tear up your salad. You use about 6 cups of leaves or however much you'd like. That's the awesome thing about salads. You can put in as much as you want or as little as you want. The first thing we have is a 1/4 cup of green onions, which we cut up earlier. And what you do is you start at the bottom, you cut off the roots, and you be very careful with the big knives. And then you just slice off little pieces. You can make them shorter or longer, however you prefer it. 1 cup of peas. We have 5 ounces of ham. You could add more or less, depending on your preference. And then we have 1.5 cups of orange segments. and then just toss your salad. The next thing you want to do after you toss your salad is pick up your dressing. Just add a little bit at first because you can always add more, but you can't take it out. I'm going to put that down. And then you just want to toss it to try to get the dressing all through the salad. This recipe takes about half an hour to 45 minutes to make, just because of the cooling time for the dressing. But during that time, you can cut up your other ingredients so everything's ready to go. You can also pre-make your dressing the night before or the day before. That way it takes about 5 minutes to put it all together.
Frozen concentrated orange juice is the star of the Florida citrus industry. This product requires 80% of the annual Florida orange crop just to meet demand. There's a loss of only 2% in juice extraction, juice concentration, and juice freezing. It's very convenient and time-saving compared to squeezing your own juice at home. It readily pours when thawed and easily reconstitutes with the addition of water. Approximately 50% of fruit weight is juice. The remainder is peel, pulp, and seeds.
Florida foods can't be beat in flavor, nutritious value, or healthy benefits. So next time you peel, slice, or juice a Florida orange, grapefruit, tangerine, or tangelo, take pride in knowing you're experiencing the best of the best. That's Florida citrus.
Hi, Josh here. Today we're going to show you how to make an easy orange parfait. And my two sous chefs, Kirsten and Katie, have helped me pre-measure everything we've got here today. So basically what you're going to do is start off with 1 4-serving size vanilla pudding. Now instead of mixing that with milk, you're going to mix it with 1 3/4 cup of orange juice. Now you can use vanilla or pineapple pudding, just any citrusy flavor that you like. You're also going to want 1 8-ounce thing of pineapple or vanilla yogurt. Then you're going to go ahead and finely crush, actually, if you like the bigger chunks, that's good too, but crush up some ginger snap cookies, and then some little things to garnish because, after all, we eat with our eyes. So what we're going to do right now is go ahead and fold in some of our vanilla yogurt. Now, the thing about folding is you're not really trying to mix it all in real tough. You're just trying to mix it in and get all the little air pockets out. Alrighty, you can just spoon this right into your glasses. First of all, and the thing about a parfait is it's all layers. And then you're going to take some of your cookies that you've crunched up, just nice layer of those. Then come in for another layer of our citrusy pudding. Go ahead and make one more layer just to make it nice and big. These are really good and I always love a lot. Okay, so one last layer of those ginger crumbles. And then we've got about a teaspoon of orange zest that we're just going to give it a nice orangey citrusy flavor when you first bite in. So, I'm going to take one of our very nice orange peel flowers. Just set that right there. And then sprinkle a little bit of the orange zest around. And then a nice maraschino cherry right there for you. And since I'm a little bit messy of a chef, you want to just, if you spill a little on the outside, it's really good to go with just a, damp paper towel and just get some of that excess pudding off. Using your finger is not good. This is a quick and simple recipe that can be done in about 15 minutes. You've got about, 5 to 6 minutes for prep as your pudding's setting, and then the rest for just layering and mixing. And that's an easy orange parfait. I'll see you next time. Hey, Josh here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a roasted red pepper pasta sauce. Now, you're just going to take 1 clove of garlic, gets all the skin off, then you're going to go ahead and put that into your blender. Then you take 1 jar of your roasted red pepper, you're just going to very nicely pour that in. There we go. Then we take the lid for our blender, put that on. Don't want anything shooting up. And then you're gonna mix this just as thick or as thick or as thin as you want it. So just, there we go. So now we got a nice big bowl of hot spaghetti. I'm gonna take some of my roasted red pepper sauce and just pour that right on top. Just nice and easily. Now we're gonna take a little bit of Parmesan Reggiano and just grate that right over top. And you can apply just as much as you like or don't like. I personally like a lot of it. So good. And then just a little bit of parsley just for some color on top. So that's it. Roasted red pepper pasta, and it only took you about 5 or 6 minutes.
Store fresh tomatoes at room temperature and out of direct sunlight. Storing them in the refrigerator can spoil their flavor.
Once in a while, eat something you love, but in moderation.
Wipe up any spills immediately to prevent slipping and falling.
Drinking 8 glasses of juice or soda, which is not uncommon, can add 1,000 calories to your diet.
Nutrition plays a vital role in the development of proper cooking and eating habits for kids.
Avoid tempting calorie-laden treats. Try popcorn or pretzels instead of chips, and chocolate Italian ices rather than full-fat ice cream.
The Florida orange is so important to the state that some Sarasota elementary school kids lobbied and got the orange named as the state fruit. Florida citrus, make it part of your Florida way of life.
Bye!